All right, fight fans, we have a small guy but exciting guy. He's a super flyweight. He's undefeated from San Antonio. Jesse Rodriguez Franco. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, listen, I see why you only rest and box and, eat good, because I've been to San Antonio. There's not much to do there anyway. That's why he's such a good fighter, I think. Listen, big fight against Rumberside. Look, we all saw what he was able to do with Chocolatito Gonzalez, years ago. This guy's still a big threat. And you're moving up in weight. You know what I mean? Now, this is your second fight at this weight class. How do you feel about him as a fighter?
So he's a really tough fighter. He's coming forward, doesn't stop. He's real powerful as well. But power doesn't win you fights in boxing. Skills does.
When this fight was presented to you, when you first got the call about the opportunity, did you hesitate at all? Did you say to yourself, man, I know how to beat this guy already? Like, what was your mindset when you first got the call?
When they told me right away, it was a yes for me. Like I said, I have what it takes to beat him. I have the skills to beat him. I believe right now it's my time to shine, and I'm on a different level. It's time to take over.
Now, it's a big card, 4 championship fights. Now, you're young, so you don't remember, but there was a time where Don King used to have cards, and it would be 4 championship fights. It doesn't happen often. For this particular card, it's 4 championship fights. So do you think that boxing needs more of that? Needs like the entire card to be meaningful fights?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of cards where it's only like 1 big fight or 2 big fights, but when you put a card together like this, 4 world title fights, that's something that the fans want to see and something that the fans will tune into and they don't want to miss.
Yeah. Speaking of tuning in, you as a fight fan, I mean, we know you're a fighter, but when it comes to watching boxing, who are some of the fighters out there today that you can't miss, that you love to see?
Canelo, Lomachenko, Crawford, Spence. I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that, it's must-watch TV.
Speaking of Canelo, obviously, he took his first loss since, 2014 against Bivol. Yeah. He was a heavy favorite in that fight. Going into that fight, did you have Canelo as a heavy favorite, and how did you feel after the outcome?
Yeah, honestly, I thought Canelo was going to be able to, do more. I thought he was going to win the fight by unanimous decision or knockout for sure. But once I saw Bivol, he was doing his thing, and Canelo, his punches weren't affecting Bivol as much. So after like the 6th round, I already knew Bivol was in it. Like he was in his zone, and there is no getting him out of that.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that way, and you did mention Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, which is one of boxing's most, wanted fight. People are salivating for that fight. Hopefully it happens. If it does, who do you see coming out on top?
That's a tough fight. Terrence Crawford, he's able to adapt to any style, but you can't count out Errol Spence because, he's a dog. He's going to find a way to win as well. So it's like a 50-50 fight to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a 50-50 fight. Now, on your card, Rey Martinez is fighting. Obviously, he came up short against Chocolatito, but still one of the most exciting fighters in boxing. Is that a fight that you will be interested in if you do get past Rumberside?
Yeah, of course. After this Rumberside fight, we're going to see how it goes. And, if Rey Martinez is willing to take on the fight, then, I'm more than willing to do so as well. That's a fight that I've been wanting since, years ago. So to finally get that fight, it'll be a sick fight for sure.
What is if you can map out your career for the next, let's say, year and a half, let's say the next 3 or 4 fights or so, after Rumberside.
Yeah.
Tell me how that plays out. Let's say you're your own manager right now, and what do you want for yourself?
I would say, beat Rumberside and then maybe one more fight at 115, one more defense, and then go to 112 and, pick up some titles there. Probably unify if I can, and then go back up to 115.
So up, down, like,
yeah.
And your body can handle that. It's your age, man. You probably got that fast metabolism. You lose weight easily.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, weight hasn't. It's not a problem when I'm fighting at 115. It's just I walk around about 130, so it's not much weight to cut.
Now, as far as your brother, I mean, do you guys get it in the gym sparring? Do you go back and forth hard?
Now we don't even spar that much, and when we do, it's just we're more like working with each other. I like to hit my brother hard, and he doesn't like to hit me hard, so it's more technical than anything.
Got you. I mean, there are some brothers that don't spar anymore because of those reasons, because it could get out of hand in there.
Yeah.
Because it's fighting. All right. So if you don't spar you don't spar your brother, there was no way in hell that you would ever fight him in a professional fight, regardless of what the money that was at stake.
Yeah, I mean that fight with my brother, that's not something in my radar. It never will be.
Right.
We're brothers, so that's just something we can't do. That's law right there.
All right. Well, listen. I mean, I don't expect the fight with you and Vermicide to be anything short of fireworks. I mean, we've had some exciting fights this year. We just had Charlo Castaño, was exciting. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, which was insane. What should we expect that night? Do we see a Jesse stop Vermicide? It's possible.
It's very possible. We've talked about it here in the gym with Robert and Pita and Chepe. A stoppage is possible, but we're not going to go in there looking for it. We're going to go in there and take our time, and if it comes, it comes. If not, then we have no problem going the distance. We're going to be in shape for 12 rounds.
Well, I'm not going to miss that one, man. We're looking forward to seeing it later on in June. Thanks, Jesse, for the time.
Yeah, of course.